I'm Dani Gasparini, and welcome to this segment of Penn Voice. I am joined today by Amanda Kim, who is the Media and Communications Supervisor for the Midpeninsula Regional Open Space District, fondly called Mid-Penn.
Yes, yes, much more easy.
Amanda, welcome.
Thank you.
So tell us a little bit about Mid-Penn and all that you do.
Okay, Mid-Penn is an open space district in San Mateo and Santa Clara counties. We have 62,000 acres of open space, which are organized into 26 preserves, 24 of which are open to the public. All of our services and programs are free. Our preserves are open 365 days a year. They're open from sunrise to sunset, and we don't charge for entry or parking or any of our activities.
So of these 62,000 acres and 26 sites,
yes.
How does Mid-Peninsula acquire or have this acreage within its district?
Yes, so we are funded through the public. We are the product of a citizens initiative where people banded together because they wanted to preserve open space. So we actually buy from sellers who want to, for the most part, keep their land in this beautiful state in perpetuity. They love the land, they want it to stay beautiful forever, and so that's how we acquire most of our property.
And then through the district, you obviously are maintaining the properties as well.
Yes.
And we want to dive deep into now what the public can do when they visit one of the 26 sites. So
yes.
give us an example of what people can enjoy or expect to enjoy when they visit one of the open space sites.
Well, we're very fortunate in this area because we have so many different types of habitats and terrains. We've got hills, we've got foothills, we have coastal views, we have bay views, and so you can get a little bit of everything when you go onto a Mid-Penn preserve. And because many of the preserves are located on skyline, you actually get to see both the city and the urbanized region, as well as the beautiful ocean and foothills and the San Mateo County coastside, which is so gorgeous and beautiful. You'll see wildflowers, deer, bunnies, you may see foxes. You'll definitely see a lot of birds and butterflies, and these are all the creatures of our environment that have a place on the Mid-Penn preserves. So that's their home, and you can just interact with them there.
So there have been a lot of discussion around mountain lions.
Yes.
And some of the preserves, you're walking pretty deep into the preserve and into some very wooded areas.
Yes.
So tell us, what can we do to make ourselves safe and to be aware of the surroundings?
Well, okay, so that's a great question. You want to be safe no matter where you go, whether it's in the city, the suburbs, or in an open space preserve. That involves letting people know where you're going, traveling with a friend. In particular for mountain lions, you don't want to be out at dawn or dusk. But I will say mountain lions are very afraid of people.
Right.
So they're
one thing we need to tell people.
Yes, they're very elusive. We have many, many staff who've been working out there, and they're out there in the preserves every single day who have never seen a mountain lion.
Right.
I know a lot of mountain lions have made their way into the news. They've found their way into Palo Alto and Mountain View and Millbrae. Generally what these are young adult males who are looking for their own territory. So they're looking for a place that they can call home. And basically their mother has kicked them out, encouraged them to leave home. Males won't let them in their territory, so they're just looking for another place to be. So so that's why they end up in these locations, and they just need to be relocated back into open space.
Right. I'm glad we clarified that, because that is sort of misinformation out there that for some reason the breed is aggressive or
right.
And which is just not the case. So.
Yes, it's very, very unusual.
Right.
So it's unusual.
So in addition to hiking,
yes.
You encourage biking.
Yes.
You have sites for dogs to roam. So tell us a little bit about all of the different activities that can happen on the trails.
There are many different ways to enjoy your open space preserves. You don't have to be hiking. We have trails that connect through the different preserves where you can mountain bike. All of this information is on our website. Mm-hmm. In particular, one of our preserves called Alcorta de Madera Creek Redwoods is a very popular mountain biking spot. It has about 30 miles of mountain biking there. And you do share the trails with hikers, and you just follow the etiquette around sharing the trails. And we also have trails where people can ride their horses too. But we also have places where people go to paint, to take pictures, to enjoy being in nature. We have a nature center at Skyline Ridge where people bring their families and have picnics around a little lake. So there are many, many ways to enjoy open space. And some of our more scenic spots, we also have viewing platforms for people with accessibility issues. Mm-hmm. So you can just go out there and enjoy nature that way as well. So there are a couple of different options. We also have all of these topical guided activities. So if someone's interested in history, for example, they can join a history tour. If they're interested in butterflies or wildflowers, they can join those tours. They can find something that's family friendly. We have Tai Chi type activities. We also have really hardcore aerobic activities. So if you want to get out there and train for your, triathlon.
Well, I've hiked Prisma,
yes.
so I swear that it was 1 mile down and 10 back up.
It does feel that
I don't
way
know
when
how
you're
that
going
happened, but yeah,
but
definitely get that heart rate up.
Yes, and
yeah.
that good sense of accomplishment.
And I love with your website, you have a way of rating the trails. So
Correct.
if you are a novice hiker and maybe have some children, you can find a hike that will work for you or a trail that works for you. And yet if you're using this as a way to train for a marathon or what have you, then you've got what you need as well.
We've got that as well. And then if you have any questions at all, you are welcome to call our main number, 650-691-1200. We actually have an administrative assistant there who provides that information. So she can talk you through the different trails, give you recommendations, make suggestions.
Right.
And she's happy to do that.
And one of the best things if you want to escape the heat.
Yes.
Right?
Right.
Some of the trails are so very cool and refreshing.
Yes, yes. It's a great way to beat the heat is to get up into Skyline Ridge somewhere and get into those redwood forests where it's cool and misty and quiet and really enjoy and unplug from your usual routine.
I do like the quiet aspect.
Yeah.
I was surprised. You sort of don't think about how quiet it is, and that's a really neat attribute. I want to get to the Bay Trail
yes.
extension, I guess you would call it, or
right.
connection.
Yes.
Tell us a little bit about what's going to happen there,
okay.
and physically, what can we expect?
Okay, so great. So the Bay Trail is a wonderful urban trail, and when it's done, it's going to be a great world-class trail. And it provides not only recreational opportunities, it's also a safe commute route for people who want to walk or take their bicycle somewhere, rather than the 101, for example,
right.
in our area. There's a really important gap that's located between Redwood City and East Palo Alto. There are a couple of different jurisdictions that are involved. A couple of cities own property out there. It was a former gun club. The SFPUC owns some property. There are utility lines. It's been really hard to complete this gap. And actually last year, the San Mateo County's Board of Supervisors approved $1 million in Measure A funds. And then we are also providing funding from Measure AA, our own bond measure, to complete this gap. When that gap is completed,
So physically complete the trail.
we are going to fill in the hole in
right.
the trail. It's a 0.6 mile stretch with a lot of issues, but we're going to fix that trail and we're going to complete it. And when that's done, it means that people in Redwood City will be able to ride their bikes or walk from Redwood City all the way around the southern part of the bay to Fremont. It's about 70 miles of trail, and
That's
it connects
amazing.
San Mateo and Santa Clara County, which is such a vital connection anyway.
Right.
And it gives you this opportunity to take your bike. You can take your bike for part of the Bay Trail.
Right.
You don't have to take it the whole way if it's too far, but you can take it part of the way. And it's just a lovely trail. I've been out there, and I've seen family groups out there towing like a little red wagon with all of their picnic stuff. So it's great. And we have a park in East Palo Alto called Ravenswood Open Space Preserve. And we're working with the city of East Palo Alto that has a park called Cooley Landing Park. And they have just built the most beautiful educational center out there. So that in itself will be a destination for people.
I love it because along the way you do have restrooms.
Yeah.
So
Sure.
just in case
Yes, you
there
have
is that
restrooms.
moment where you need to stop and rest.
Restaurants too, you can stop
That's
along
true.
the way. You can do your shopping on your way home.
So it's not only going to be a great commuter access for folks who want to ride their bike to work, but it also be a wonderful recreational access.
Yes, you can just walk out of Bay Road and head down the Bay Trail and find yourself in Palo Alto or Redwood City.
Well, Amanda, I hope all of our viewers jump onto your website and start exploring, if they haven't already, all of the wonderful trails and recreational opportunities, as well as we can't wait for the Bay Trail to be complete. So thank you for
let you know.
letting us know all about that.
Thank you.
And we'll see all of you next time on Penn Voice.